Senator Leahy, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for your words about this extraordinary young woman. And more than that, to you and your staff for believing in her. I mean, that took a leap of faith that a woman so young, a person so young, could come in and present the case as she did. Compelling case. Of course, she went to the right senator, that's for sure, Senator Leahy. The work you have done for human rights in the world. She knew what she was doing. But you heard her, and Tim and you just rolled up your sleeve and you created a program that the entire Senate backs, and those who unfortunately are called sometimes collateral damage, we have names for it. But clearly what Marla did by recognizing that these people needed help, she was doing God's work, but she also, as the good senator pointed out, was helping the United States of America, because we are in a battle for the hearts and minds of the world. And Marla understood that. Before I make further remarks, I would ask unanimous consent that the pending amendments be temporarily laid aside so I can call up an amendment number 444.
Is there objection? Hearing none, so ordered.
So, Mr. President, I call up Amendment 444. I ask that the reading be dispensed with. My amendment
Clerk will
be set
report the
aside.
amendment by number.
The Senator from California, Mrs. Boxer, proposes an amendment number 444.
Mr. President, my amendment would increase funding for jamming devices that deactivate roadside bombs. Roadside bombs are one of the leading causes of casualties in Iraq. And Mr. President, we'll get back to the tribute that I want to give to Marla Ruzicka, and I want to thank Laura Schiller, my staff who is sitting here with me, who helped me put together these remarks, who was a friend of Marla's, and it was very hard for her to get through writing these remarks. This morning in California, in Northern California, where I was, I just landed, got here, the people woke up to the San Francisco Chronicle front page, and it's this magnificent picture of Marla and a little girl that she's helped with an Iraqi woman who has clearly been working also with this little child. And it's interesting because on either side of this beautiful photograph of Marla and this little girl are two very negative stories about the world we live in. One about Medicare fraud, the other one about oil companies trying to lower their taxes in light of the highest profits ever. And it just spoke to me about Marla, because there she was in the middle of all these negative forces, the worst kinds of negative forces of war and hatred and sectarian violence and all these things. And there she was, right in the middle, something good for us to cling to. My heart breaks for Marla's family, her friends, some of whom are here, and so many whose lives she touched. One of Marla's friends was my daughter Nicole, who called me with the news of Marla's death on Saturday night. It was hard to understand Nicole at first, so heavy were her tears. Between sobs, she told me that Marla had been killed along the treacherous road leading to the Baghdad airport. It was a road so dangerous that when senators travel there, and I just got back from there a couple of weeks ago, you don't go on that road. Instead, you go in a Black Hawk helicopter and speed through the city with machine gunners on either side looking down on the ground. It's a road so dangerous that even limited protection costs thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars, just to go one way on that road if you were to hire people to help protect you. That's how dangerous it is. Who among us would have found the courage to travel on that road on Saturday, or the road that Marla had traveled during her courageous, committed, and very short life? Who among us can say that we have spent so much of our lives serving other people in a way that truly makes a difference? How many 28-year-olds could say that? Imagine in this, the most powerful and greatest country in the world, it was this remarkable young woman who went door to door counting Iraqi civilian victims when no one else would. It was this young woman who lobbied the Senate for assistance for these families, and we heard from Senator Leahy how incredible she was when she made the case. And then she risked her own life to make sure that they received the support they deserved. Marla was something close to a saint, one friend wrote this morning, but a very realistic saint. I personally met Marla for the first time recently when she and her mother came to my home in California to celebrate an occasion for my daughter. When Marla walked through our front door with her mom and her infectious smile, my daughter's face lit up. "This is the amazing woman I've been telling you about, Mom," she said.